Welcome, Rebecca, to
Oh,
our
thank you, Anne.
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Rebecca and I went all the way back in 2009,
Mm-hmm.
2010 about that time. 我们一次在上海那时候就是一起工作认识，在一个公关活动行销公司。And Rebecca, you were doing design, I was doing production and accounts, and we were working really hard that time, right? A lot
Yeah,
of late
so
nights.
hard. 基本上每天都天天都熬夜。
天天都加班，我还记得跟那个 our creative director 马雷，就是那
Oh
个
my
创意
god！
作家，每天都在加班，加到3点，凌晨3点4点。
特别是你们有 event 的时候，
对，
我
有要
记得有的时
跑。
候我都不会上厕所，也不会喝水。Just don't have time to go to the bathroom. When we have to load in and load out.
真的，我还记得我有一次就是跑那个，remember there was World Expo that
Oh yeah,
event,
that
and
was
I didn't sleep for I don't know 48 hours or 56
mm,
hours like that. We just nonstop，所以我们都有那种很辛苦，没日没夜加班的那个时候过。
但是呢，我上次有跟你说过，就我在想这个也是一个非常棒的 lesson，
对你学到什么
学到 work ethics。
？Word ethics
Work ethics
就
and
是一些
boundaries.
道德，公
嗯，
司的一些道德伦理，是不是？
对，it's just
嗯
like you do your best, right? But also 那时候我们真的很年轻。Like for me, it was my first proper job
，Yeah，
out of college. 所以我
yeah。
真的不懂得什么是 work boundaries. I think you know what I mean.
真的，我觉得那时候我们
Yeah,
就是只是求好心切，like we want to do everything the best, we want to
yeah.
go for it, we want to please our client, we
对啊，
want
老
to
板说什
yeah，
么，客户说什么就做。
对
It's
对对
好像我那时候在设计部门的时候，很多时候，比如说我们要印刷，应该有一个 deadline，但是他们就会真的会 push 到 the day before to print things like.
对
And I was like, this is so crazy. If we weren't in
，yes,
China, this wouldn't be happening because
not
China
at
is
all.
possible.
Yes, in China everything is possible. 但
Yeah.
是每次就是那个跟客人说一定要什么时候给所有东西，然后
Yeah,
我记得
deadlines don't mean anything to them. So I
yeah,
think, like 我从那里就开始学到，就是我们要有一个 work-life balance.
yeah,
嗯
yeah，
哼，
没错。然后我觉得这今天跟我们的主题也非常相关，因为现在啊，我们都I don't know after that agency where did you go afterwards? But I went to another agency in Singapore.
嗯哼，
Another then I gave birth
嗯哼。
and I came to Australia and then I kind of started my own business.
Yes.
So what was your path like after that agency in Shanghai?
Similar to you. So I followed, the roadmap that you think you need to follow. It's like
Yeah.
because I work in events, so I need to continue doing this.
对
So I ended up doing I started doing marketing for a boutique agency that focuses on luxury retail consulting.
所以你也是继续 agency 的这个生活。
Again, this agency, but then
Yeah.
it's working for property developers.
我好点的
So it's similar, right? Because we had those kind of clients before too.
Yeah, all the
So
stuff
I think
yes.
everything has a purpose, and I was really grateful for it because 我没有那个 events 的经验的话，I wouldn't have gotten this job.
Yeah.
And then also from there, I learned a lot about work boundaries too.
But we learned it kind of like in the hard way. So
The
we
hard
want to
way.
tell
Yeah.
people that you
Yeah.
don't have to do it the hard way,
I
right?
think the hardest lessons, the when we encounter the hardest challenges, that's the most powerful lessons. 永远忘不掉。
真的，那你们要分享一下，你觉得除了就是有关于公司跟你个人的一些界限啊，就是我们中英文会这样交叉，大家不好意思，就是如果有问题，我们等一下会在 Clubhouse 继续后续发展。但是你觉得，other than having this work-life balance, like setting up your boundaries, what really inspired you to start your own business? Because after that, you started your business, right? Is it called 宝贝？
宝贝，so 那是一个
宝贝，
是一个平台，送给宝宝们的礼物的平
对，
台。
是是，
我那时候呢，我就想，OK，我那时候在帮人家买礼物的时候，就觉得很困难。然后我
对
就觉得，就是从一个买礼物的人的角度看，我觉得OK，you know what，it's not easy。你去 baby 店的时候，假如是你不是父母，or you
对
know you're not married，
对，
那其实很困难。你到那个店，你就会觉得哇，太多东西了，不知道该买什么送给朋友。所以我那时候的 platform 呢，就是 focus 在送礼，特
对，
别
送礼，是
呀，
是是，我记得我有透过你的那个平台来送礼，就是觉得，
呀。
而且你还是可以不止送到香港，你还是 deliver 到其他很多地方，对不对
对，然后呢，我就I started my entrepreneurship from there. Yeah,
？Yeah, and you were so young. Were you in your early 20? Were you 20s,
mid
right?
twenties, mid
Mid
twenties.
20s，对，二
Yes.
十几岁就创业了，我觉得这非常非常勇敢的。Did you quit your 9 to 5 job? You
嗯嗯，
totally quit your 9 to 5 job and you
对
devoted yourself
，Yes.
to
哎，
your own.
刚好那时候我也怀孕了。
啊，
So
怀孕，
yeah, so when I first started, I was pregnant. So like hustling, trying to get the platform started, and then 生
yeah，
孩子，然后就带着孩子去上班。
对对对，带小孩子上班。我记得是带着我的小狗去上海公司上班，然后你是自己带着孩子，然后自己在创业上班，
因为那时
对不对？
候也是 breastfeeding，喂奶
对，
的话就会比较方便一点。当
嗯，
然不简单，但是也是，我觉得凡是什么事情都要正面的看。我觉得哇，这个也是一个 opportunity，这个也是很
对啊，
难得的机会，可以带孩子上班。
是
OK，of
是是
course it's hard，又要换尿布，right？尿布也要换，然后又要喂奶，so a lot of start stop，but it's
对。
also a great opportunity too. So 每一个经验，我们都有很多学习的，有很多不同的，
学习的机会
嗯，
啊，还有一些
啊，
成长的这些可能
对
性。对
对。
啊，我觉得，可是后来就是如果我们快转的话，then did you sell the 宝贝 business, right?
So
Or
I
not sure.
took a break. So，我那时候呢，怀孕的时候我就看了一本书，是那个 Marie Kondo，Marie Kondo 她的书中文叫《怦然心动的人生整理魔法》。
对，
嗯，
怦然心动，对，
所以这个已经被无数人证明有效的整理方式。然后
对，
我个人呢，我妈妈是非常 organized 的一个人，所以我从小
嗯，
就是在一个很整齐的一个环境长大的。但是
是是，
我看了 Marie Kondo 的书之后呢，我就觉得哇，她的方式真的很会帮你改变你的生命，而且就会
嗯，
从不同角色看。因为
对，
呢，我们看传统的那个整理方式的话呢，就是 OK，you know what，我们就是要看负面 negative
嗯，
everything，you know I don't like this，I don't want that，I don't want
对，
this。But 他的
是是。
方式就是 What do you love？What sparks joy？
哦，呀，
所以
对，所以我觉得这是很不一样的出发点，跟我在带一些女人的活动一样，就是有时候当你的出发点，你的意图 is coming from a good place, is
嗯哼
coming
嗯
from
哼
a higher vibration，
，Yeah，
你不是去说哦，我就很讨厌月经，哦，我就是觉得我这个经痛很不舒服，我什么什么什么。If
嗯
you're coming from that place，通常都会让自己更不舒服，or it doesn't really bring you a positive impact in life。
，Yes，
所以我觉得你刚刚说的那个道理，就是看这些东西啊，你是用一个很正面的眼光看，
嗯哼，
什么可以促使你有这个喜悦的机会，这个契机，然后你只保留可以让你开心的这些人的东西在你身边里，对不对？
what has joy and purpose？So purpose is also important, right？因为不是每一个东西都是很美美的，right？Like 好像扫把，it's not beautiful，but it sparks joy because 有用处。嗯哼，
有用处，对
对，
对对，
就
所以喜悦啊，然后有功能性啊，
嗯哼嗯哼。
然后自己要抉择一下，什么是可以断舍离的，什么是真的还是对你的生活现在有实际的帮助的。
Right, what has a purpose in your life right now? And
是，
then 我们都会有很多不同的季节。 就很多 seasons，所以呢，我们就是还是就是要保留这个 practice。你刚开始做的时候呢，它是叫 Tidying Festival。
Hiding Festival，哇，这是一个整理的这个，How do you say festival？一个嘉年华会嘛，一个清理的这个嘉年华会。OK，Wow，Can you explain a bit more about the Tidying Festival？
Wedding Festival 的话呢，它有5个不同的 category，就你可以分你的东西，你就是从衣服开始，衣服、书、纸类，然后 kimono 就是日文的说法 kimono 就是 miscellaneous，
就是那个，就是其他。
其他 everything，就是从你的那个清洁的东西到你的那个爱好的用品什么什么 everything under and like skincare too right everything under that and then 最后一个就是 sentimental。
就是你自己有一些带给你一些感情的
回忆类的物
回
品
忆类的东西。
呀。嗯哼
很好，有 Google Translate，然后你看，
，I have it in front of me right now
大家都包涵，我们的中文、英文都不太好，没有他的英文很好了。OK，
And so you know 你可以这样子分之后呢，为什么他会说你不要整理，你整理的时候不要从房间归房间，不要这样子整理。就比如
对，
说你的房间里面有衣服，那个房间也有衣服，那全部都要集合起来。
嗯，所以是以他的东西的这个类型开始一起看，You
因为你
can review it all together。对。
整体可以看到的话呢，你就会懂得你有多少。
对，哦，such a good advice。因为
对，
通常我有衣服是放在1、2、3个房间，
嗯哼
分开放好像觉得 OK 啊，好像就是也没有占很多空间啊。
嗯
可是其实
，yeah
想想，我每天穿的也就是这几件而已，
yeah
就是很多东
yeah
西是一直陈年在那边，觉得有一天我会穿那高跟鞋，有一天我会用到。
yeah。你可以整体看到你的东西的话呢，你就会懂得。OK，you know what？I have like ten black T-shirts already。
对对对对对对。
But 假如是就是在每一个房间都有 black T-shirts 的话呢，那你就不会知道 like how many you actually own。
Yeah，那非常好的建议耶。哎，那我就是也许一些确切的问题啊，我们等一下可以在 Clubhouse 讲啊。但是我非常讶异，你就从一个当时我们这个公关公司的角色，然后开始自己创业，然后创业之后把那个收起来，然后开始做转型，做一个整理魔法师。然后，
对对
那我自己很好奇问你啊，就是当时啊，比如说 like we were in the PR agency，right？We gotta look good，we gotta kind of like look kind of fashionable, kind of stylish，然后有很多高跟鞋欸，然后我现在有些都就是很多 like this party dresses 说什么，就是我还是有点就是舍不得丢欸，我还是那种哇很好的这些很名牌的鞋子，你后来都丢掉了吗？还是后来你还是保留1、2双？
我基本上很多那种的 corporate dresses 呢，我都捐掉了。
捐掉了，
对，其实我那时候也是跟你一样的心态，我就想啊，不舍得，好贵，you know，好东西。But
是
then for me, the dresses that I had from my other job was it didn't have good memory.
哦，right，
So you know how like even all of our belongings have energy, right?
absolutely，
Yeah, 可能 it's like something bad happened or you know like or someone you know you just have like bad memory associated with it.
yeah, but there's also good memories. There's
There's
like
also good memories too, but sometimes you know I talk to someone who said like, oh, you know, I have really good memories. That's why I don't want to let it go, but I know I will not wear it anymore.
哦，是 that's fall under the category of sentimental,
对，
right? It's
就
both
是
clothing and sentimental at the
然
same
后呢，
time.
就是回想到，OK，you know what，like 我有很多美好的回忆，但是我不需要这些东西来回想到那个时刻。嗯
是，对，哦，
，So
真的
if
是一个
you
断舍
see the memento, can the memory be preserved without the memento？
，Yeah，他的意思说你的这个美好的回忆啊，是不是还是可以继续保存嘛？即使没有这些物质的东西，即使我们捐掉这些东西，它其实都是还在我们之内的。We can
Yeah,
always tap into
exactly.
that memory and
You don't
that
have to hold on. I mean, unless it really sparks joy for you, keep it. But if
yeah.
you feel like, you know, like indifferent about it, like, oh, I feel like I should, like you don't feel so confident,
对对
then
对。
you have to ask yourself why you're keeping it.
Yeah，是，对啊，我觉得这是非常非常好的，因为跟 Rebecca 在做的很类似，is 你在外面的这些状况都是反映你自己的内在状况，
Mm-hmm.
所以 Rebecca 做的其实不只是这些物质上的这个打理而已，很多部分是你内在的这些头脑的清理。
Yes.
然后如果有在跟踪这个粉丝页的都知道，我很着重你们的内在的清理线。Okay，everything started from the energy first, started with your belief, starting with your pattern. If you don't clear that pattern, then it's gonna manifest the same things, the same people, the same type of job around you. 所以我觉得我们两个虽然是个别在清理不一样的东西，但是呢，我们最后的这个初心是非常非常雷同的。
Yes，因为你也在，you're doing a lot of work with intuition，指导灵，是不是？
对，指导灵啊，connecting with your spirit guide, connecting with animal, connecting with
Yes.
your intuition. Yeah.
And so 我的看法就是，假如是你的环境呢是非常乱，也会乱到你的心里面、你的头脑里面，然后会影响到你的那个指导令的那个 power。
指导灵，
Yeah,
你说连
it affects your intuition, your powers as well.
对
Because what happens is when you connect to yourself, your true north, it's like, you're asking yourself so simply, does it spark joy? Does it spark joy?
Yes.
But you are answering it like what you define as true.
Yeah.
And then so you become more confident to be able to tap into what you define as your intuition and what you deem as true too. So,
Yeah.
And then you become more agile and doing other things that you need to do.
Yeah, I think, Rebecca 讲了一个很重点，就 finding your true north。然后我觉得这中文翻译也许就指南针而言，我们并不是指北针，是指南针。但是呢，主要是呢，找到你最高的实相。OK， 什么是真的是最符合你自己的最真实的那一面。OK， 因为通常这些很多东西其实都不是你自己的，很多东西都是你被投射的，或是你觉得你应该符合大家的期待的。然后当你可以剥落这些东西的时候啊，你的直觉力当然就会越来越敏感。It's actually our innate ability。然后 Rebecca 刚刚说到，如果你的外在环境非常凌乱的话，it's not only a reflection of your inner self, it's also going to affect your state of mind。所以内外的这个是完全是可以互通相连的。
所以我听 I looked it up. True North 真正的北方。
北方翻译
I'm not sure. It's Google Translate. So like I often find that even for people who are doing healing, like for yourself as well, like 我们昨天有讲到 self care 这个概念，因为真的需要好好的照顾自己。
Yeah, and with the self-care we're talking about, it's just not like getting yourself a massage. It's not like just getting a pedicure, getting yourself a bag. It's nothing like that. We're talking about
nice too. That's also self-care. But this is self-care too. Like you exercise, you're taking care of your home as well. And so these are all the things that I think especially for people who are working with others, it's so important to manage our own energy as well, because you're building all the time, right? Like especially with you, like you do so much energy work.
Yeah, I think for everybody that's doing service work, it could be a nurse, it could be like consultant, energy healer, or coaching. Sometimes we tend to carry on the burden of our clients. We think we need to save them, we need to help them, and subconsciously we take on their energy. So with all my classes, especially with the intuition awareness, especially if you come for the 指导灵感是开发的，我对在提醒，就是 the most important thing is knowing yourself, is really knowing you have your own power to maintain your energy. Okay, you don't, even though you can help them, but there's no need to take on board other people's shit, right? So that is back to the what you mentioned about having a healthy boundaries. 有一个很健康的这个界限是非常非常重要的。
呀，真的需要有界限，因为呢，特别是我们现在 pandemic 的时候呢，我们只有这么多的 energy. It's like we're very hypersensitive, right? Like it's like, oh, 有没有戴口罩? Oh, 有没有那个, use a antibacterial, or
对
oh, 你跟多少人一起? All these kinds of things are all in our minds, right? It's all cluttering our minds right now. Like I think Australia is a little bit more easy right now.
Yeah, 可是在马来西亚就是其实现在还是在
也不算是跟其他国家比较的话 it's not the worst. But we need to be careful, right? And then you're also thinking about a lot of things like, we're both parents. So, 孩子们上学 O 不 OK 也会担心啊。所以其实我们心里面有很多不同的 a lot of other priorities right now. So then we need to have those boundaries. Like, okay, you know what? Like 我现在家庭方面 it's 比较忙，那我的那个工作，那我需要学习 ，OK， 要有一些 boundaries，那我可能需要拒绝这个 client， or 我可能需要说 no to this event, and just finding peace, like making the decision for yourself. Right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's just taking your power back, but just making decision for yourself and be comfortable.
Not
Playing.
based out of fear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it can't be based out of fear, right? Like, a lot of times people will be like, oh, I have to do this, otherwise I will not be, XYZ. Like, I'm not good enough. Like, it's what you said with the women's groups that you're coaching as well. They're saying like, oh, it's so annoying to get your period, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, 月经来了，好烦，什么什么. And it's like, you know what? You can actually say, 凡是什么事情我们都要正面的看的话呢 it's the whole concept positivity attracts positivity.
Yeah.
Positivity attracts negativity.
Yeah. Well, with this part, like 当然正面的部分会吸引正面的部分，对不对？可是 I think there's also a soft edge around it. Like if you just cannot be positive. You're just in the dark shadow. You don't have to sugarcoat it with all positivity. You don't have to do all your affirmation just to make yourself look good. 所以我觉得这个有一些不同层面 you have to be really, really honest with yourself about it too. Yeah.
Time to honor. Like, the talk yesterday, Bijou was saying, you know what? You can carve out the time to be sad.
Yes, absolutely.
You want to be angry, you want to be upset, you go through challenges. Fix a time for it.
Yeah.
So it's not open-ended.
Yeah, that's very very good tip about it because I feel like most of us feel like we don't have time. We don't have time to be happy. We don't have time to be sad. We just need to keep going. We gotta keep going. There's no time for this bullshit. There's no time to be emotional. But that's not true. We are sentimental beings. We have emotions. We have a full spectrum of emotions, but we kind of just control it in certain levels. So put it in boxes.
And also it's like, 人家就会觉得 oh, okay, 有这种情绪的话就是表示你是很弱的一个人 but actually this is not true, right? Like it's a weakness. They think
很弱的人，是不是？
But today because my husband likes watching rugby, Australian rugby actually. So he was watching it and they had this clip. It was all about all the players and they're talking about how it's really impacted them and how grateful they are because it hasn't been easy on everyone, right? And just they were really vulnerable. Like even these like really macho rugby guys, they're very vulnerable. Like some were almost crying as well. And I thought that was really beautiful because what 2020 has taught us is that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show your emotions. We're all human. We have a spectrum of emotions and we need to honor it. And we have to take away that, the toxic masculinity.
Yeah, the toxic masculinity, toxic feminine energy, we both have our toxic side of it. 所以刚刚 Rebecca 讲，就是有一些就是rugby player，他们也愿意去展露他们自己脆弱的一面啊，接受访问的时候，他们也甚至愿意落泪啊，去展现。就是现在很多人会觉得男生应该怎么样，女生应该怎么样，我觉得这些都可以放下。我觉得最好的，像刚刚 Rebecca 讲的，finding your true north。 Okay, being honest with yourself, knowing how to honor your own emotions，都回到自己，回到你现在感受怎么样，而不是别人跟你说应该要怎么样。Absolutely great. So if we're back to the topic about like how was it a struggle for you to start your business? Did you have any advice for people that are still into the 9 to 5 but want to do something on the side or wanted to step into their own business? What advice would you give them? 你觉得对于这些想要脱离这些早九晚五的这些公司的人啊，你对他们有什么建议？你觉得有没有什么你自己的分享？你觉得你希望当时有人跟你讲这些事情的？
所以呢，我那时候因为我们有一些就是概念，我们需要改变的，就是 OK，可能是我们爸爸妈妈的时代，OK，you have one job，你毕业之后，到你退休是一个公司，right？But that's not true anymore. It doesn't apply to us anymore. 我最近听到的呢，就是说你的那个人生可以有4个不同的 career。
哦，从哪里听到的？
And like one of the reports, you know.
Right.
Okay, 比如说那个 you dedicate 10 years, like you have 4 years of work, right? Let's say, and then you dedicate 10 years of your life to each career. You can absolutely do whatever you want. 很多人就会觉得，哦，我上的是 finance, I'm in banking, you know, 很不舍得，我不想要 I hate it. I hate my job, you know. They don't want to change.
真的，我有很多客人啊，就来跟我做1对1咨商，有些是香港的，they're in banking industry, they have good money, they have good lifestyle, and 他都会说，可是 I need that, I need it to this is my standard lifestyle. If I go any other jobs, I will lose this. 然后我都会问说，then what makes you sing in your heart and what makes your heart sing? 他们都会说，maybe music, maybe something. Making money. I'm not going to survive with this. So with that mentality, of course you're not going to make money with it because you don't really believe in yourself.
So actually, so even for me, like KonMari 帮人家整理收纳，这个其实我已经练习了差不多7年，就是从我看了那本书之后，然后呢，真的改变了我们的那个生活，因为呢，我们就从香港就搬到了马来西亚。那时候我们就决定 ，OK， 我们不想要住在香港，这个不是我们想要，it's not where we wanted to raise the kids.
Yeah, for family life.
The family. Because KonMari, what we do is we talk about your ideal lifestyle. Like just like what you do with our clients, right? You have to envision if you have nothing holding you back. How do you see your life? You know, like don't be held back by time or money or anything. Like how do you see it? And then so for us, we're like, okay, we just want a warm community for the girls and also for them to learn Chinese. 所以我们那时候呢，在想，哦，我可能这个就是台湾。So because I have my parents there too. And so we took a year off, family gap year. 然后我们就去旅行，1年我们四个人就去旅行，去了很多不同的。
我觉得真的羡慕非常非常多人。OK， 但我总结一下刚刚 Rebecca 讲的一点，如果你要开始觉得你要斜杠一些人生呢，他刚刚已经说了，就是他传统来说，就是大家会输入给你的观念是好好读书，一辈子1份工作就好了。可是根据报告，每个人平均有4种工作，然后在现在这个时代，你其实可以同时做很多种工作的，所以放下这些框架。然后第二个呢，是你刚刚讲的第2点是什么？是给自己。
So about like how I let go of my idea of I change our idea of ideal family lifestyle.
对 ，ideal family lifestyle， 所以要开始去允许自己去做梦，做梦到哇，如果没有什么时间考量啊、金钱的考量啊，会不会成功、会不会失败考量，你最想要那个终极目标是什么？然后他想的是，他想要一个非常温暖的、可以学中文的环境，所以他就考虑从香港搬到台湾去。But you didn't move to Taiwan, right? You moved to
No. 所以我们因为我们就说我们就休息1年。
对，然后他还 一年的时间，like 哪一个家庭愿意这样？哪一个家庭愿意就是把这些时间、工作、赚钱的机会都放下？然后他花了一年的时间，跟他2个女儿和老公全世界旅游。我记得我那时候看着你的 Instagram，我看你的 Facebook，都好羡慕哦，really really envy you。
真
to
的
have that courage to take
那
that
时
leap
候
of
真的很
faith。
累，因为我那时候我们刚开始的时候，小女儿还不到1岁，然后大
对，
女儿也刚刚好3岁。
是
So 那时候跟小朋友旅行真的很累，但是 it's so priceless, especially now because we can't travel.
yes, of course. Yeah. But what was your intention, like taking that year off?
我们的 intention 就是说想要跟 friends and family spend time. That was
Mm,
it. We're like, life is too short, you know?
yeah,
We don't
yeah,
have enough like off days to visit all our friends and family.
yeah.
And so it was traveling on a budget. We just stayed with people that we knew.
Mhm.
Like
Mm.
everywhere from like Africa, Canada, US, Ireland, Scotland, Japan, Taiwan.
Wow. So how many countries did it count? Like how many countries did you visit in the whole year?
Countries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 countries.
哦，一年跑8个国家，
对，
然后不同的城
So
市。
英文有一个词就是叫 slow travel，
Slow
所以我
travel.
每个
Yeah,
地
yeah.
方就待了1个多月。
Wow, that's beautiful. You're beautiful. 所以
Yeah.
我觉得 Rebecca 算是还蛮有觉察力。她知道，like some people. I remember there was a story. I remember as a French friend, like he got cancer. Okay, and he suddenly realized that life is fleeting. 就是生命真的是稍纵即逝的。所以呢，他就邀请他所有的朋友来，我们一起去旅游，哪里哪里1个月。Okay, put everything aside. Okay, our friendship is priceless.
Yes.
Our relationship is priceless. 所以大家就是全部都聚起来，那1、2个月就全部一起去旅游。And you did something amazing too with your family. This is as you say, it's invaluable. Nothing can compare to that time together.
我们刚刚也在说，时间真的很宝贵。
对，
When the time is past, then we can't get it back
是
as
是是
well. So
，Yeah.
it's like 把握机会。
对，把握机会去创造、去设立你想要的愿景是什么？你真的想要去做就去做。
Yeah.
Because we had our failures too, right? I mean, I'm sure there's not always like
But it's
business
all
不可能
lessons.
就好。
It's all lessons. So like even for me, like I hesitated. I didn't know what I wanted to do. 我那时候呢，就我们在旅游的时候，到了9个月，那我老公就有那个工作的机会来马来
对
西亚，所以我们
对，
就也 stop over 来看一看马来西亚怎么样。然后我们就是看哦，很温暖，也可以学中文，OK。Let's do it.
心很温暖，然后气候也很温暖，
对对
就是都好温暖。
我们现在在这里已经住了3年。
是是是，
So
对，所以嗯，
and so from there, 我搬到这里来之后，我真的很 confused，因为
怎么
我没有工作过。
没有工作过，but you sold your business.
I sold my business when I moved here, and it was I just felt like you know what the problem was, the narrative. Like from a young age, we're told
Yeah,
to go to good school,
yeah.
get a good job,
Mm.
like all these kinds of things, and otherwise you are a failure.
Yes, yeah. That's
So
such
I
a big
Mhm.
burden.
It is. So I
Yeah.
took a year and a half off to figure out what I wanted to do. And during that time, 就在做义工。
对，是，
And 透过，因为我觉得就是你可以给人家你的时间，this is
对，
something that is really really powerful as well. It's not just donating money, right? Like if you can give people your time to help, it's really really
yeah.
it's something that I recommend everyone to do as well. And it helps you to find yourself too. So I started to look at it as, okay, you know what, I'm not a failure. I have this opportunity to find what I want to do next.
Yeah.
This is, this is also a blessing because not everyone can say that, right? Some people, you have to be in double income households. You have to get whatever job that you can. But I had that opportunity to take it slow and figure out, what do I really want to do next?
Yeah.
And so 我朋友那时候就介绍给我，she's like, oh, 你上那个 Marie Kondo 有这个 consultancy course. 然后我就说，oh, OK，看看。然后 I was really hesitant first because I was like, oh, 有没有一个 market， 人家会不会觉得很奇怪？
你是担心别人怎么看你，对不对？
And I was like, screw it, just do it. At least 就先试试看。然后所以我去了纽约去上那个课，2019年的11月，
是
刚好那一堂课就算是like the last in-person session.
Before COVID hit,
Yeah,
right?
before COVID, everything's online now, right? Yeah. So 我那时候就觉得哇，like even if it doesn't work out，很开心可以去纽约。
而且是没有孩子，没有惜家带眷，就是
So good. And so I was like, you know what, like no hard feelings if it doesn't work out, but at least I can say I tried.
Yeah, that's great. 所以Rebecca，我觉得你给大家很大的一个启发是，I mean, not every people have the luxury to really take the time off。我觉得不是每个人，你可能现在就是需要这个工作，现在就是需要付房租，你就需要照顾家人，but allow yourself to dream, allow yourself to honor that desire, and you can at the same time，在同时你还是可以铺成你想要的生活，并不是说你需要全息这个，你就没有办法做这件事情。
Yeah.
就是所以我觉得你这个转换是可以渐进的，你不需要给自己那么大的压力，说我没办法，所以呢，我就干脆都不要。Don't have a fixed mindset。如果你有一个愿意去，其实给你自己这个机会，就像 Rebecca 说的，他就不管，他就跑去纽约上个课，然后回来就是成为一个在马来西亚第一个is that a teacher or facilitator? How would you train a consultant？ 对不对？他是成为马来西亚第一个顾问，然后他现在也就变成他的专门的服务，他现在是透过这个服务也是在帮助自己的，然后同时也是在帮助别人的。That's such an inspiring story. And you're so young, like 这是你才25岁就创业，然后你现在有30岁吗，Rebecca？
今年35。
35岁了，哇，10年的时间了，哎呀，对啊，所以给这些在外面你还在犹豫啊，就是觉得你太年轻啊，觉得你太老啊，觉得你没有钱啊，first allow yourself to dream。
Allow yourself. And also, it's like what you said. Okay, you know what? 你喜欢艺术，你喜欢音乐。现在呢，你想要学什么，什么都学得到。
是，现在资源非常丰富，基本上有网络就 OK，对不对？
所以我去年也是上了很多课。
对，但是投资
很多免费的课啊，It's like anything is possible, right? Like 因为我有跟人家说，你想要整理家，其实也有很多免费的方式可以学得到。因为呢，我的 resources everything is actually for free. You can find blogs as well videos. 你可以看那个 Netflix show 等等。
对，没错。
很多时候就会，你不要让你的借口来 like hold you back。
Yeah，不要让这些理由啊、这些借口啊来拉着你不前进。我觉得Rebecca 现在在提供这样的服务，我有点 I'm aware of the time that we need to be on.
So, and I also wanted to like talk about like your stuff as well, like what you're offering too. 因为我觉得那个你3月7号开始会有一个21天的觉知创造的 workshop， 是不是？
你的中文真的太可爱了，觉知创造就重生再重生的课程。对，我觉得那个课程啊是结合已经上过重生再重生的话，就知道它是结合重生呼吸。But then I start to learn something about belief clearing, OK，然后会结合一些信念的，然后会结合 some coaching, OK。And so 我觉得那个课程 is very potent， 就是非常精华，就是 boom 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 boom。但是，所以我自己是觉得，I just got the idea, that inspiration, just because it's for people that couldn't attend the 6-day or 7-day retreat。我觉得很多人没办法参加这种 PCE，所以我就把它转换成一个线上课程。And I saw a lot of transformation. People started their business, they start losing weight, they start getting pregnant, they 开始存钱了，就各式各样的显化。然后我觉得之前的11天跟6天都有点短，所以我把它拉到21天。 hold the space for your transformation。然后现在3月7号原本是要开课的时间，but I'm okay with it。如果3月7号没有开成的话，我会不介意把它往后，但是再拉长一点时间，because transformation takes time，
Yes,
right？
commit to it, right?
Yeah，你真的要有决
It's
心。
almost manifestations as well, right?
呀，而且是真的去理清你自己要什么，因为有时候在上那个课程啊，你会看得到说，哎，他其实要什么赚大钱，他其实根本就不是想要赚大钱的人啊，
Yeah.
他是很开心、很快乐，只是想要散播喜悦的人。So it's not really aligned with your true value, okay? It's not aligned with your true north. 所以有时候你自己以为你想要的东西啊，其实跟真实的你是完全是不搭的，或是不符合的。Then we need to figure out what's going on here. Where's the gap, and how do we align our true desire with
Yeah.
with the goals?
It's like like 我们那个我们 KonMari 的话，我们就是说 spark joy，就是心动的生活。我们也真的要找到怎么是心动的生活。
对，让人动心的生活，那个让人心动，对，动心啊。
It's not defined by anyone else.
No,
You have to
no.
define it yourself.
You have to find yourself. You have to find your dream. Every journey begins with a dream. Okay， 每一个旅程都是从一个渴望、一个梦想开始。I want to ignite that dream in you. I want to see. I want to witness the change. So I'm really feel honored. I have whole space.
And like for you as well, because it's like, seeing you follow your passion, with the animal communicating as well. And you can see how it really brings you alive.
Yeah. So the me you saw in Shanghai and the me
And
you
the
saw
me you saw in Shanghai too is so different, right?
So 就是180度的转变，好一转又一转。就是 Rebecca 在上海的她，跟我在上海的我们都非常非常已经很遥远，已经都不是当时的我们了。
And you have to remove those barriers, like peel back the layers, right?
Oh yeah, you gotta shed the layers. You gotta be willing to shed the layers. 因为有些人虽然嘴巴说他想要改，OK，可行动上会觉得我没钱，或行动上觉得我有没有时间，我有没有体力，我有什么？It's a lot of self doubt。对啊，所以我觉得那个过程啊，是帮助你去看清你自己还有什么自我限制的一些信念，或者 what you said earlier, like what's holding you back? Okay.
And that's the thing. It's like, okay, we have to have action. Like, let's make it happen.
Yes.
And that's the powerful thing, because wishing and wanting, 因为我也会经常会听到 like just the same as you, right? It's like, oh, I wish my house was tidy. I want my kids to tidy, right? But we always say wishing and wanting is not the same as doing.
No, it's just wishy-washy. It's just wishy-washy.
And that's it. It's like, so what also holds people back is perfectionism.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of reason. 对，一定要很完美。我觉得有时候我看大家那个个别询问课程啊 ，some people you can tell I'm in, I'll do it, I'll sign up, I'll give you my money, okay, because I want to change. Some people will ask loads of questions, like loads of questions, and then I need to think about it. I don't know what I want, like that. So sometimes is, as you say, they want to be perfect. They want to have the best experience. They want to be everything to be aligned. Like I need to be ready to do this. But you're never going to be 100% ready, honestly. 我觉得我当时也要做这个 animal communication. 我也觉得I'm not ready. I don't think I'm qualified. I need more. I need more testimonial. I need more experience. 我觉得你刚开始也是很多这种自我怀疑吧，就是生意怎么进来啊，或是可不可以成功啊 ？But just see the fear， 就是你可以感受到那个恐惧啊，你可以感受到这些怀疑啊 ，but still do it anyway， 就还是
Yeah, and it's about progress over perfection.
Yes, progress over perfection，就是你的进度啊，你这个是它的重要性是大过于这个一切要完美的，一切要精准的，一切要那个。OK，所以 Rebecca 你真的做了一个很好的注解。然后我还有一个课程是8周的感知开发课程，是 is about developing your intuition，是要透过这个比较长的8周的时间，1个礼拜上1次课，来去打开你的感知。Because we all have intuition, right? But it's just sharpening it with a more systematic way. It's talking about your chakras，就是讨论到你的脉轮，讨论到一些简单的疗愈手法。所以我也很期待3月14号这个白天课程，就是欢迎大家来报名。
3月16号。
对，3月14号是礼拜天的，然后还有一个3月16号是礼拜二，周二的课程，是给妈妈们，就是平常周日要奉献给小孩家庭，所以有
所以
周二。
给他们一点那个 me time。
Yes, absolutely. Because I was like that too. I don't have time, so 我都会就妈妈的角度啊，或是有家庭的角度来考虑一下。
Yeah. Oh, that's so perfect.
Yeah. So I think we better wrap up here because I'm aware of the time. We both need to go. I need to pick up child. You have another meeting. 但是呢，我真的很开心今天跟 Rebecca 就是聊到，我觉得我们两个话题超多的，因为我们的历程就是其实很多雷同点，然后我觉得这些分享都会对大家有帮助的。So thank you so much, Rebecca.
一起成长，
一起成长，真的一起成长。
对
OK，所以今天就到此为止，然后我们现在马上上 Clubhouse。如果你愿意上 Clubhouse，在 Page 那边有个 link，找一下。OK，谢谢 Rebecca。如果想要跟他咨询的话，我晚一点会放一下他的 Facebook 的这些，不是他的 website 啊。如果你们想要得到他一些更专业的建议的话，欢迎你跟他咨询。如果你想要继续了解感知开发，或者8周课程，或是重生再重生的课程，也欢迎你就是在私讯给我。今天就到此为止喽，Thank you so much，See you on Clubhouse。